everybody, and welcome to Obsidian. My name is Kris, and this is just a vlog about music and a lot of knitting and, many other things. It's been a while since I've sat in front of the camera to do anything or film anything for the podcast, and it's mostly just been because there's a lot of transitions happening with the organization that I work for. So I've been putting a lot of energy into that and focusing on that. I've been sick. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I'm feeling a little nasally. I'm getting over a cold. So, it's been a rough go. And my mental health has kind of been in the shitter. But I'm working on it with the help of my therapist and the love and tender care from my friends. I got community to back me up. Anyways, knitting updates. Okay. Out of sheer desperation, I needed to finish some projects. So, starting with my newest project, one that I started and finished, is my crop sweater. I don't know if you can see. I can't even see. Okay. So this is a variation of the Flax Pullover by Tin Can Knits, and I turned a goof into magic. Basically, I made it into a crop top instead of a normal ass sweater. I made it short sleeved instead of doing the little garter stitch panel that they ask you to do that's like right on the shoulder. I did garter stitch all around just for the sleeve. Other than that, literally everything about the pattern is the same. The only thing I adjusted was the length to make it into a crop top. And it's a little itchy because it's 100% virgin wool, but I kind of like itchy, scratchy wool in like a really weird tactile way, only because I know it's going to keep me warm. And second is that, I like knitting with wool. It makes me feel really good. It does, and this wool didn't dry out my hands, which is the best part about it. Because sometimes when you knit with virgin wool, it just like, as you're like going through the motions, it just like pulls the oils out of your skin, and then you're just like having to like moisturize like a lot. And I still moisturize, but like not as much as I usually would with virgin wool. But this was really fun to knit. It was very fast, considering that I like put it down for a minute and then had to pick it back up out of like sheer like I need to like finish this. I don't want to have another work in progress just chilling on my needles. So when I go to start another project, I have those needles that I need hanging out on the sweater, which is usually like a problem. And if you're a wild ass knitter like myself who relates to the late night up at like 2 a.m. because you can't sleep and you're scrolling through Ravelry on your phone, or like Stash to Go if you have the Ravelry app, and you're just favoriting and adding to bookshelf, and ooh, that's a really cute pattern, and then you just all of a sudden you're just in this like spending binge, and then you're just like, oh, this is so cool, I just got like 12 new patterns, and I need to start one like ASAP, and then you go to start the pattern, and then you have a sweater or a pair of socks that has the needles that you need on it. Yeah, you don't want that to happen. So I finished this, and I love it, and it's so great. I'm very happy about it. I have worn it. I was gonna model it. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see how I feel. Second project that I finished that I haven't really like shown anybody that I finished is this lovely I'm actually wearing it. It's this beautiful top. I don't know if you can like see it very well, but it's just a little like camisole top made out of some kind of yarn that I don't remember because I took the tag off and lost it. But it's really comfortable. I think it's the Girlie Bra top. I can't remember who the author of the pattern is, but it's free on Ravelry. And it's like a V shape, and it has like easy straps, and like everything about it was really nice. I did a variation on it like I do with all of my patterns. Usually the ribbed portion is about like here to here, and I was like, that's great for like a bralette, but I want like an actual tank top to wear. So I made it into a tank top. I have 2 other girly knit bra tops that I've made in different colors. They're buried somewhere in my laundry because I wear them a lot. Yeah, they're really nice. They're very convenient in the winter time, especially up here in the Pacific Northwest, because it's cold and I like my titties to be warm, and I don't wear regular bras. I wear bralettes. I don't like underwire. I like to be free. And so, yeah, so I made a couple of these, and I made a tank top out of the same pattern, and I love it. Yeah. On to the next project. I'm also wearing these. Is a pair of socks. Let's see, let's get into our yoga pose. So I've had these socks on my needles for over a year. I started these when I first moved to Portland. I didn't even finish them. I still have a little yarn left, and I was too excited and I had to wear them. I started these socks when I first moved to Portland, and yeah, they have dog hair on them because my life is nothing but dog hair. And they have been sitting on my needles for a while, and I have not started any new socks because I wanted to make sure I finished these, and I finally did because I'm sick. So I finished the sweater, I finished these socks, and now I'm feeling like a little bit more free to start another sock pattern. There's a few I have my eye on. I might try to make them. Just depends on my ambitious nature and how, like, I don't know, how fancy I want my socks to look. I usually just like regular socks that just function like a sock should, and I usually don't make them super cute. So, yeah, that's a thing. But I finished my socks. I'm very proud of myself. The next thing that I'm making right now, if you've been following me on Instagram, you've seen me post about this, and it's the Wild and Free shawl. And here's what it looks like right now. It's a very gorgeous lace pattern. It's my first lace pattern that I've started, and it's very complicated, and I had to make some yarn ramen and rip it back just for this little chunk up top right before the last purple stripe. And yeah, the lace is really fun. I can't wait to block this and really stretch it out. But yeah, this shawl is like, there's the end. Is very long. Not like super long. I've made bigger shawls. And I'm really excited because it's purple and it's my first lace pattern shawl. Even though it's just like a little chunk of it, I'm really excited because lace makes me frustrated, and it's especially because someone's always trying to talk to me while I'm trying to do lace, and I'm thinking that like I'm in a space where I can just be quiet and be grumpy and like focus, but there's always somebody in the room trying to like tell me some shit, and I'm just like, hey, shut the fuck up. Trying to do my lace. But anyways, this is really cool. I'm working on it right now. I'm almost done with the first chart for the pattern, and then in 6 more rows I'm going to start the second chart for that pattern. And then I'll go into the last color blocking, which is just the remainder of the purple. I've had this on the needles for 2 years. And it's not because I'm lazy or like anything like that. It was just because literally I was like moving or getting ready to move and like dealing with a lot of life stuff, so I had to put this down. But now I have the energy to like pick it back up and do it again, and I've been working on it, and I'm very proud of myself for it. Yeah, and it was, I don't know, I love this shawl pattern. It's really fun. I definitely recommend you go and buy it. And I also have another shawl. It is, I feel like everybody has done this shawl before. I'm currently working on mine, and I started it last summer. I'm going to finish it this summer. Here is one skein of Madeline Tosh yarn that I'm going to use for it. Another skein of Madeline Tosh yarn that I'm going to use for it. It's in this gorgeous reddish purpley color. Can you tell what it is? Can you tell? Here is the current ball of yarn, also Madeline Tosh. If you haven't guessed it already, it's the Find Your Fade shawl. I am currently, I don't know what the F is wrong with me, but I've been putting the, I'm so tangled. I'm really sad that I didn't get to finish this last year, but I started it, and I know it's going to be, ooh, it's got like really weird needles on it because I had to like switch some needles out. But, it's got like a big one and a small one, and I think it's because it's from my old knit shit. Anyways, I digress because I'm gabbing a little bit too much. I'm doing the Find Your Fade shawl, and if you just ignore the 2 different size needles on either side, I have 3 panels of changing color on it right now, and this bitch is big. It's, even with 3 different color panels, this thing is huge, and I know it's going to be even bigger. I'm a little nervous, but it's got like this very uncomplicated lace pattern. It's very nice. The only time it gets really complicated is like down in the center when you have to do this like weird loop-de-loop yada yada thing. But this thing is so much fun. I recommend, if you haven't started a Find Your Fade, that you do it. Don't put any pressure on yourself, just like I didn't put any pressure on myself to try to finish this. It is an ambitious project. It is a very ambitious project because it is so involved and it takes so much yarn, and it's a good way to just stash bust. Like if you have a lot of yarn in your stash already, I recommend you use it, especially if you have a lot of like fingering weight yarn that you like, oh, this sock yarn, just like I am. I'm just like that. I love to collect a sock yarn, and I don't know, dainty yarn is like my favorite. But yeah, just like use it as a stash buster, and you come out with this like really gorgeous pattern. And I don't know, I just love it. I think it's great. I can't wait to finish my other shawl and then just like start this back up and just like really dive deep into it. But yeah, I am very excited about all of my knitting things. I'm very happy to have like a fresh start with my like journey through knitting. I have like, since I moved to Portland, I have not been feeling inspired to knit at all. I've just been kind of like working my ass off and like hoping for the best, and my mental health is like meh, and so I'm feeling meh, and it has never really been a good time. And also part of like my lack of knitting is the fact that like a lot of my knitting community doesn't even live here in Portland. Yeah, I have like, my favorite shop is Cozy Knit Shop. It's in Eugene, Oregon. 2 of my best knit buddies live in Eugene. And not having Taylor or Gilly around to just kind of bounce ideas off of in person is really sad. I miss them dearly, and so like when I don't have my buds around me and seeing what they're knitting, I don't feel inspired to knit. I don't know what it is about like having people around you who knit. I don't know, it just does something. So I'm really searching for a knitting community here in Portland. If you're from Portland and you want to go do knitting things, I know I do have friends in Portland who knit, but our schedules are so that it's really hard to just like line things up. But yeah, I'm just like, maybe I'm just gonna start doing summer picnic knits. I don't know. I'm probably gonna just like create an event and just like have all the knitting folks come out. I would honestly love to have just a POC knit night here in Portland with nothing but knitters of color coming over to my house, or we can meet at the Bluffs and have like sunset knits with bubbly water and Martinelli's, because I don't drink. Yeah, kombucha, snacks, cheese. Y'all can bring wine. I don't know. I just want to have it be a magical time. And I'm like slowly coming out of my shell and looking for new knit shops to call home, even though cozy is always going to be home for me. Yeah, I'm going to check out a few shops and see what they're about. And I'm mostly doing it because I'm very good at self-isolating, and it's time that I don't do that. I have a lot of wonderful things to share with people, and I have a lot of wonderful things to knit, and I would love to just build community in any way that I can. And I didn't think I realized I haven't been doing that lately until very recently. So yeah, life gets busy and it sucks you into this like giant black hole of a space, and then you're just like, what do I do? I'm alone. I have a routine. My life becomes work, you know? Like, it's so easy to fall down that rabbit hole and then just forget about the things you love to do and the things that you enjoy. So I'm gonna try my hardest to get out of this rut and do all the things. But that's been a knitting update, and this is the Raw Obsidian podcast, or vlog, whatever you want to call it, Raw Obsidian. And I'm really excited to create